Smile and learn.
Wow! What a beautiful castle! Do you know where this is? Actually, the question isn't where, but when. This castle is from a very long time ago, called the Middle Ages. The Middle Ages was a very long period of time. It started when the Roman Empire fell and ended when Christopher Columbus arrived in America. That's a long time, isn't it? In the Middle Ages, there were three groups of people: the royalty, the nobles, and the peasants. I'll explain them to you. The smallest and most powerful group was the royalty. Only the royal family was in this group, and they made all the most important decisions. There were also the princes and princesses in this group. Both learned to read and write. Even the princesses. That was uncommon for women of this era. Princes and princesses from different kingdoms got married to keep the peace and make their kingdoms bigger. The second group was a bit bigger, the group of the nobles. They owned castles and land. They were the most important friends of the royalty. Finally, there was the largest group of all, the peasants. They took care of the animals and farmed so that everyone had food. Remember this castle? In the Middle Ages, there were many castles. Kings, queens, princes and princesses, and nobles lived in castles. Brave knights protected and lived in them too. The castles were huge. There were many parts of the castle, like the tower. You could see everything from the tower. The castle wall was a big, strong wall that protected the people inside. In the center, there was a very important place called the main hall. In the main hall, the king, queen, and nobles talked and had parties. And let's not forget the moat. The moat is like a river that surrounded some castles to make it more difficult for the enemies of the kingdom to enter. You could only cross the moat when the drawbridge was down. Wow! But there were not only castles. As I said before, most people were peasants. They lived in small villages like this one. They worked in the fields, took care of animals, and baked the best bread. Amazing! Later, they started to have markets. At the market, people shared and traded the things they made, like food, jewelry, and even swords. Finally, I'll tell you about the knights. They were very important. They fought in wars to protect the royalty, and they participated in competitions to show their strength and bravery. They wore armor and used swords and spears. It was very fun to watch them in action. Everyone loved the competitions, from the poorest peasant to the most powerful king. Knights were the stars of the age. And here ends our journey to the Middle Ages. Exciting, right? See you in the next adventure!
We've learned so much in just one video. Did you know there are many more videos? Imagine how much you could learn. Subscribe to the Smile and Learn educational channel to learn and have fun at the same time.